Straight people of Reddit, what questions do you have for the LGBTQ community? Gay men, how do you feel about your partners having bigger penises than you? Is it a turn-on or is there envy? Not specifically about penises. In a same-gender relationship, it can be easier to feel envy about how the other person looks or how accepting their family is, etc. Like my so has better muscle definition than I do despite them not really aiming for or desiring it. It can feel like a competition because you're both aiming for the same thing. Whereas that's less common in straight relationships. I always thought my ex-GF was much hotter than me, but she said the same about me. I feel like that's typical TBH. She was my type and I'm not my own type also. For me there's a bit of both. My boyfriend's dick is bigger than mine and I am both very turned on by that and also jealous at the same time. My husband and I are both each convinced the other's dick is bigger. It's not something we really give much of a damn about. Y'all ever sword fight? What are you, crazy? Course we do. When you do it, do you make lightsaber sounds? What's on the gay agenda for today? Mostly playing Minecraft. Fuck, it's Minecraft Day. I thought it was Take Over the World Day. I gotta put my pitchforks away. That's Thursday. Stardew Valley is tomorrow. The gay agenda. Monday, tacos. Tuesday, tacos. Wednesday, tacos. Thursday, tacos. Friday, tacos. Saturday, be super gay. Sunday, tacos with mimosas. For the lesbians, today is gardening and obsessing over hot female actresses. I mean we do that every day, but whatever. Are there straight jokes? Straight people use jokes about being gay all the time. Especially guys. The first time I heard a gay guy refer to straight people as breeders, I lost my shit. Not gay but are the straights okay? Maybe are pointlessly gendered might be what you're looking for. Edit. I forgot Sappho and her friend. Thanks you, Grunge Master. The are the straights oak sub is wild. I recommend it to everyone. It really makes you think about how crazy some normal gender stereotypes are. I don't think it's the case for everybody, but one of my group of friends is like 80% LGBT plus people. And yes, so many jokes and puns about straight, cis people. But none of them are insults, and I never heard a violent joke about straight people. We DEFINILTY have jokes about the straights though. Like about heterophobia or straight pride. Got any good recipes for potato salad? I've been disappointed by the ones I've been trying. If you're making it with mayonnaise, maybe try making your own aioli instead as a base. It gives you a lot more control over the flavor and consistency. I also really love getting a bit of coriander in there. How do you know which penis will open up to accept the other man's penis? Carrot, 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 it's carrot, 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 and carrot, 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 office, carrot, 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 reference, carrot, 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 I, carrot, 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 hope, carrot, 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 I, carrot, 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 didn't, carrot, 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 offend, carrot, 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 anyone. The penises fight to establish dominance. Never have I ever been more curious as to how lesbians have sex until I watched some lesbian stand-up comics state that how lesbians have sex is nothing like in porn. They don't scissor, and it will forever remain a mystery. Don't get me wrong. I generally do not give a shit at all on how people have sex, their kinks, etc. It just is not a concern I ever thought about. But when she said that, I had a wait, what? Moment ever since. I've never understood why this is such a mystery to people at all. If you're a straight dude and have no idea how you can pleasure a woman without your dick being involved, then damn, I feel bad for your partner. And if you're a straight woman and have no idea that sex goes beyond penetration, then time to get the mirror out during this quarantine and get to know your clit. It's not necessarily believing that sex only involves PIV penetration. But hand jobs, fingering, and oral sex are usually considered foreplay, side events. Straight people don't consider themselves non-virgins until they've actually had PIV sex. which is the highest level of sexual intimacy you can engage in within a heterosexual relationship encounter. I'ma be honest and say I think oral is the most sexually intimate. Someone has to at least like you to put their mouth on your genitals. Scissoring isn't entirely off the table, and I know some people who really like it, but it's uncommon and almost never the main event for anyone. The first time my girlfriend and I tried scissoring, we actually had to analyze porn videos just to see how it works mechanically. It's not as simple as it looks. By then, we were laughing so hard at the absurdity of it all, we didn't get very far. We're sticking to fingers, tongue, etc. One of my best friends and her girlfriend scissor pretty often. They both have a habit of telling me in a little too much detail about their sex life. I think for them it's a little bit of performance. They're both into BDSM, as am I, so acts that aren't necessarily physically stimulating can be very mentally stimulating. I think that's part of what can be good about scissoring. What are the creepy or offensive things that well-meaning non-LGBT people say? As a bi girl, so, which one of us gesturing at the group of mainly straight friends would be your type? Quote, what are you asking here? If I'm interested in fucking or romancing one of my friends? If they should feel threatened? Is it a genuine, do you like brunettes, blonde, gingers? And if that's the case, why not frame it that way? I feel like a fucking predator when you ask that. Yeah, I know you're into that whole LGBT stuff. What? What does that even mean? What's LGBT stuff? Rights? Acknowledgement? Discussions? Protection? Yaoi fanfics? As a bi man, the number of guys who automatically assume I'm going to put the moves on them or try to sleep with them is insane, to the point where I don't advertise it anymore. While I'm out and won't hide it if pressed. The fact that I can't talk about it to anyone other than in the community just makes me sad. It's like, no, I'm not going to sleep with you or hit on you because I'm happily married and will hopefully remain that way for a long time. Also, you're just not my type. Which is apparently, to the straights, an unacceptable answer. As a straight man, I automatically assume that gay or bi men are definitely not interested in me. Mostly because straight women aren't interested in me either. I mean, the correct answer is always yaoi fanfics, so I would just assume that in future and hope you don't get kicked out of Thanksgiving. The question, so which one is the girl and which one is the guy, is pretty offensive. We are not trying to fit ourselves in a straight mold. We're both girls, we're both guys. It's like the whole point. Asking who's on top can be pretty intrusive if you don't know them well. Asking a trans person their birth name or what's in their pants is super rude. People ask who's on top. Are they assuming two gay dudes always have sex the one direction instead of switching it up? As a bi guy dating a dude, every straight friend I've ever made eventually gets drunk and asks me this. And I never know how to answer. I guess I just feel like they're going to try and project the answer into some kind of insight about my personality or something. Like, oh, you're on top, I guess you are manly after all. Or, oh, you're a bottom, I guess that means you're the feminine one of the two. That kind of thing. It gets tiring. I don't ask straight people about how they fuck. I don't get why it's such a seemingly acceptable thing to ask me. I have several that I can't get straight answers to. Are dad jokes. What do, or did, you need from your mom? Mom of a trans teenager. I do my best to support him, and want to learn to do better. If he's okay with it, help him navigate school administrative stuff for ye, preferred name, bathrooms, etc. If you have doubts or fears or grief, that's okay, but don't let him see. Be prepared to issue ultimatums to unaccepting friends, neighbors, relatives. The most important thing is to affirm his identity. Use his new name and pronouns. Making mistakes is okay, but work on it. Otherwise, help him protect himself. There is a ton of hate directed at transgender teens, and someone of his age isn't going to have the emotional maturity to deal with it all. Whenever someone wants to deny who he is, have his back. If he hasn't started puberty blockers yet, it's 100% worth it. Puberty blockers now means no mastectomy later. And if he changes his mind later, he probably won't. They're mostly reversible. He has started puberty blockers. Yay. But his chest started growing early, so he probably will need a mastectomy. As far as I'm concerned, his dead name and his former pronouns don't apply. I made mistakes early on, and now I make sure everyone in the family uses his correct name and pronouns even when he's not there, so the habit will stick. I'm cis, so I can't give advice, but just the fact that you love and support your child is much more than many of us get. Thank you. If you're trans, is it okay to ask what gender you identify as? As a trans individual, yes. I'd rather the question if you aren't sure. Guessing could get messy. If I'm awkward, is, hey buddy, okay? Subhuman. Greetings my fellow homo sapiens. My trans buddy who I work with, retail, was once misgendered in front of me. I was much more upset on the surface. I guess because he's kind of used to it. It's weird though, because he really looks like a dude. It was so shitty though. The customer said something like, "Thank you sir." "Monsieur." I dunno. Grabbed his bag and left. I dealt with that guy before and honestly, I am convinced he's confused about a lot of things, so I told my boy not to fret lol. We'd prefer you ask what are your pronouns than y'all just guess. How come it's common for a gay man to befriend straight women, but it's uncommon for a butch lesbian to befriend straight men? I'm gay and my sister a lesbian. My female friends have never requested to watch my husband and I have sex. Straight men are always asking my sister if they can watch my sister and her wife have sex. There's your answer. On a similar note, I was shocked how often my lesbian coworker gets offered to be convinced of dick, fucked straight, or whatever disgusting terms some people come up with. Even though I try to be aware of those things, you don't understand how real it is until you experience it, see it happen. Just to be clear, this didn't happen at work. Our workplace is very accepting. Bars in our area are apparently hit or miss. I don't believe that is uncommon, but my guess would be that because men still try and hook up with them even though they're butch, it's ridiculous. Just trying to have a friend with a straight person can be difficult. I'm not butch but not exactly femme either, and I struggle to have male friends that don't at some point get a little creepy. I came here to say this. As much as I think I can safely establish a firm boundary of I am not attracted to you, sometimes straight male friends will get too close to crossing that boundary. It makes me nervous and ashamed because I want to be friends, but a lot of straight men are socialized to have a sort of mesh between platonic and romantic feelings for women. I'm always afraid that by being friends I'm leading them on. Straight men often fetishize lesbians, and naturally lesbians don't want to be around people like that. A lot of gay men have many straight women friends because these women know they can have a real, honest friendship with them because gay men won't befriend them to sleep with them or romance them, which is sadly often the case because of the whole cliché that men and women can't be friends, etc. Also, a lot of gay men feel out of place with straight men because they sometimes don't have the same manly behavior, or because some straight men feel threatened by gay men. They're afraid that they'll hit on men or that other straight men will think they are gay too. Then because lesbians have to deal with misogyny and sexism in addition to homophobia. And even if some women are sexists, a lot of the misogynists are men. And because a lot of straight men fetishize lesbians. Sorry for my English. I'm not straight, but I've always wanted to ask a trans person what they mean when they say they feel like a man, woman. I guess it's probably not entirely tangible, but I've always found it intriguing. Is it okay to not understand all the different qualifiers and instead just support equal treatment of people as a whole and therefore support LGBTQ issues as a default? Because I don't think I will ever understand what it's like to be pansexual or trans. but I do consider myself supportive of all walks of life. Of course, I don't understand what it's like to be a dog, but I still think they should be treated well. I get where you're going, but damn, you could have picked a better analogy. I don't understand half of the flags, symbols, sexualities and genders in the community, and I'm by myself. But hey, as long as they're not harmful, they have the right to a good life. Thank you so much for watching and have a good day.